Hi guys. Hey, we're back. Hey, there's that guy down there, always underneath me.
I mean, one time recently we had another guest, and I was above that, so I've not. Sometimes be in the middle.
She's still underneath me though. Hi guys.
Hey, Stuart.
We're back talking about ugly starships,
What?
or just poorly designed starships, ugly starships,
Ah.
worst designs.
Or just
You know.
less good. You know.
hmm
You
hmm
know.
hmm
Yeah.
And great picture to choose, by the way. If anybody doesn't know, that's a Klingon bird of prey. It's clear. It's fucking very obvious.
Yep. It's a thing. We are going to talk about it for sure. It's
Yep.
going to be exciting, quote unquote. Yeah. But not ranking. As Stuart wanted. Chat, not rank. Chat, not rank. Chat, not rank. Don't replace the
Save
last
the
word
ranking.
with W, because that's not what you want to do. Tell you this.
Yes. Yeah, save the rankings for another day. But
Mm-hmm.
today we're just going to, you guys get to vote on which is the worst design that we're looking at. And the worst one carries over. That's how it goes. Gotta
Titans
see.
can come and go and or stay because there's some pretty bad ones.
Uh,
Potentially. Potentially. Yeah.
yeah, and are we confining ourselves to Star Trek ships
There's the
today?
thumbnail.
Okay, well, there you go. Star Trek ships it is.
Which does include non-canon, as in any game, any whatever. I'm actually would be very interested to look at non-standard fare ships. Uh, not in a mean way, but find the worst fan design. Because it's comparative, right? Of two options, not so much is terrible. You know? You
Yep,
know?
yep, yep. There
Alright,
are.
I'm gonna start showing.
Yes. So he's going to share. I'm going to tell you guys to hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and click the notification bell icon to all so you don't miss our content. So do that now. Make sure you're subscribed and click the notification bell icon. Also, there is an option down there on YouTube to hit the join button. Click that, see what your options are to join the channel and support us on a monthly basis. Or head on over to Trekyards/Patreon/Trekyards. That's it. Patreon/Trekyards to help us over there as well. We appreciate that also. And any and all help you guys provide is helpful. Now, today, of course, we're looking at ugly ship designs or ones you don't like or bad ship designs. And we want to talk about them. You get to rank them or not rank them. You get to decide what moves on as the worst design. It'd be interesting to see where this goes. So and the way you do that is you throw in a super chat. $5 will get you a ship, or you can give us a PayPal. PayPal is 2 for 1, so $5 will get you 2 picks on the PayPal. So go do that, and should be interesting to see what you guys come up with. We have done best starships. We have done coolest starships. Done a bunch of different stuff, and today we're just bear in mind that the worst one is the winner. Is how this is going to work. So we'll talk about them because yeah, there's a lot of interesting Starfleet and other ship designs. There's a lot of alien ships of the week and stuff, so lots to discuss. So we want to hear from you guys. You guys are in control. You guys also get to vote and rank and not rank. You get to vote to see which one moves on as the worst design or ugliest. I don't know. What did I even name this? Uh worst starship designs. There you go. Perfect. Don't remember what I did 5 minutes ago, let alone earlier this afternoon.
Well, 5 minutes ago you were here with me, because it's 9 past. If that helps too.
What? Mm.
Very much.
Mhm,
And
mhm.
as I'm sure you said 2 for 1 on the PayPal, we encourage that. And we are near the end of the month. This is a really important, wonderful time to help support the channel, especially through PayPal. If you can go right to help us do what we do and keep doing what we do, including Cage content, which you might have talked about or not.
Not yet.
Ah, yes, Cage. Go back Saturday, watch our bridge analysis. I learned some stuff, having gone in and get some really high-res shots of the bridge, looking at it, dissecting it with you. It's one of our longer videos for a while, and their cage review content will be out incredibly soon. Which will be really, really interesting. So do, enjoy, support, and watch that.
Yeah, we're reviewing the cage on Thursday, so be sure to come and join us for that.
And now to kick off our TOS reviews,
Mm-hmm,
which will be fun. So come and join us. But yeah, you guys are in charge. As you guys know, this is the way it works. So let us know. PayPal is the way to go if you want 2 for 1. It helps us out immensely, as Sam said. So,
and we want to keep talking.
Ooh.
Tell us, Stuart sees what I do in real time, but you all can't. Let's throw in one that no one's going to throw in. That was my render, but that's a moot point. Now, this is of the ones we've selected, right? So this is obviously now the winner of the worst ship out of the 2 because only one, right? That's how that works. But if you had to say, would you agree she's a bit too slicey, spindly?
Yeah, and it looks like there's some tacked on elements that don't feel completely integrated. So, yeah, the Valdor.
So she's not the best design, right? She's nice.
True enough.
Not best design. Worst way in the movie, although she's way bigger than you think she is, but it's because everything's so oddly proportioned that like she's longer than the E in her width, and then some. But it doesn't matter. It's thin wing, right? It's not impressive size or depth, so it's still probably very short surface area.
Yeah, and it's, again, there's like fin type or air intake type details on the front of the wing in the middle there, and again, it feels very. There's actually some jets and stuff that have the same kind of configuration, which it takes me out of it. Honestly, it seems less sci-fi and more
a stupid one. Let's do stupid. Which one's worse? Because I don't love either. Well, but that's not the point. Poll incoming, guys. Vote now and submit your next ones to take over.
I mean, the Solar Sailor, it's very much a product of its time, as I find myself saying as of late. I like the idea of a Solar Sailor ship that's kind of ancient, and this definitely has that look and feel, especially the interior with all the handles and knobs to turn or like cranks. And it is just like an old sailing ship, so. I mean, I know which one I want to command. Can I say that? Because I'm going to take the Romulan ship hands down every time.
Has a couple more rooms, let alone anything else.
And some weapons and stuff.
Well,
even would be nice. Yeah.
I mean, you could always, put your hand out in a spacesuit with a phaser out the window, right? It's an option, right? So a sailor.
Sure. Yeah. I
mean, let's be honest. If you had little, roll downable windows either side, and he put out Worf's giant space bazooka, they're quite powerful. You can do some damage, right, out of each window. Ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum.
Yeah.
Right?
Show your trusty baseball at another ship. Yeah. YouTube's changed again. The poll's on the bottom now.
Just thinking about
Don't like. Yeah, it's fine. But yeah, go vote on the poll. Which is the worst design out of these 2? For whatever reason, whatever your criteria are, whether it be ugliness or just usability and versatility. Yeah.
I just like it less. Wonderfully abstract topic. There's sort of no wrong answer until people, the A in the refit, and then for some reason everyone picks one of them, like by a huge majority. Like, well, okay,
Yeah, I feel you.
I mean, design-wise, I think the Solar Sailor is it more cohesive? As it all flows together?
Yes, and it's Bajoran, of course, so it's more like a work of art than anything else. They tend to be artisans, and they have it's kind of like a sculptured kind of look to it. So, make it functional and beautiful.
That is very well said. I hadn't even thought that. Oh, yeah, it's kind of obvious we said that.
Although Valdor is just kind of like, look at that head, the head of it. It's an odd design. This doesn't seem to fit with anything Romulan, except for the color, really.
I mean, the E's overly sharp, but okay, versus the D, right? So this is kind of following in that footsteps is obviously logical, but yeah, I just wanted to go very, very different. But it's odd to use so little of Andy's design language. If this wasn't green, it could be Babylon 5.
Mhm.
Right?
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, the nacelles seem ridiculously out of place. Like they were an afterthought tacked on. And maybe it was. I mean, he forgot to put an impulse engine on the Dare deck, so
different designer, but yes.
I know. But
Things do happen.
it seemed like an afterthought.
And giant escape pod as well, if I recall. It's an odd ship. Nice ship, odd ship.
Yes. Well, good way to kick it off. So let's see. 17 votes with 28 of you here. So make sure you're voting, guys, and hit the like button. We only have 13 likes. Let's get up to 20 likes. But 17 votes says the Solar Sailor wins with 65%.
Yeah, not the most against that.
Yeah, so we'll get that out of there and we'll put the Solar Sailor up here in the victory slot for being the worst. Yay, you won it being the worst.
It's a victory in inverted commas, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Go throw another controversial one for lols. Give you guys an impression of what you can put in.
Oh, hey.
I mean, we have feelings, but that's what people's feelings are.
I mean, my feelings are I like this design. I like the Discovery Alpha, as we called it. It definitely looks better than the final Discovery. I will give it that. And a lot of people disagree, but it'll be interesting to see where this poll goes because you guys are voting. So, what do you guys think? I mean, we did a really good video on this when I first saw it, and I like where the attachment points are for the nacelles. I like the more TOS bulk that it has, and the 3 Bizarre collectors on each one. It just has a nice vibe to it, and feels more a product of its time than the one that we did actually get, which seemed way more advanced. So, yeah, it's one of those things, man. I like the Discovery Alpha personally. Just saying. I think you do too.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's like it as a relative statement, right? She's could do a lot of improvements, refinements, but for the logic of where she is and how she's framed, it just makes a bit more sense, right? It just makes a bit more. And for it being a rushed version. But yeah, it has that in a good way, the drippingness of being still fans helping to finish it off, because we know some people who did, so they did try. And it's funny to rewatch that trailer knowing they recolored the impulse engines blue in the trailer. They were rendered as red, recolored as blue, and you can tell because the way the blue spill falls on, the red spill falls onto the hull. There's a huge shift in post, right? You can see that it bleeds over, so that the bits that are, it makes sense, but it's just they even last minute said, we'll make it blue. It's like, but why? It was intentionally red. Good, good.
Yeah. And Dustin Smith says Discovery Alpha looks a lot more balanced proportion size. Yeah. Yeah, and I like the quirkiness, the oddness of the, like I said, the attachment points for the nacelles being at the back. I kind of like that. It's an interesting new take on something, So,
well, it counterbalances the oddness with a literal counterbalance, right? Not that it's necessarily front heavy, but it kind of comes together in a way. No, it's nice. It does. But again, I think. I mean, okay. If we'd looked at it at the time, which we did, go back and look, we were just happy to have something, not as if we're gonna, sing from the heavens how amazing it is. But now, in contrast, it looks even better.
Yes.
To what we got, etc. But I would definitely have a. So would win this round. Would win this round for me. So.
Yeah, the Solar Sailor would win for me as well, for sure. But let's see what you guys are saying. We have 19 votes, and Discovery Alpha wins with 53%. So it's close.
Okay.
Okay, so we'll get rid of the Solar Sailor. And then we got It's K today. Just so you know, it's $5 per on PayPal. Or sorry, on Super Chat, I mean. On PayPal, it's 2 for 1. Or 2 for 1. So $5 gets you 2. My God, I'm tired. $2.50 on PayPal can get you 1 ship. So If somebody wants to top you up, we'll do that for sure.
I mean, I'll prep it because it's good to have.
I already got it prepped. It's
Oh,
on the
there you
site.
go. Yeah, this supports the channel, guys. So help us out if you can.
Yes.
The Borg cubes are funny, and also which version? Right, abstractly, there are lots of Borg cubes in the canon. They all are quite different. You know, Mark Bell, famous model maker, CG model maker. He was so burned out with work CGI that he started fun CGI, and it was to do the best of both worlds Borg cube at about like 90% accuracy. Because you know I think we've seen that. Have we seen that cube or part of that cube, or we saw the guy built
Maybe.
it. You know,
I'm just gonna pull it in because we're talking about it. So.
yeah. That's the Voyager cube, of course, but you hit all there. And that best of both worlds all pipes, right? So it's just layers and layers and layers and layers and layers of pipes. But what's kind of nice is that they obviously did. You can sort of extrapolate that. You know, okay, side 1 might be mirrored on side 6. Who's going to complain, right? So I think he only modeled 2 sides and then did the mirroring, so or cloning. So and then bam, all of a sudden, and I think he was like, "Oh, day 2 of this cube." We're like, what cube? What? And day 5, he was done. So what? But can you imagine hand placing, hand cloning all those tubes, and people instantly said, "Oh, this cube is different." And it's like, well, yeah.
I wouldn't want to do it.
No. It was free for the audience, and at some point I'd like to work with it because it'd be kind of cool. Because it just feels so different to the Voyager cube. It is, right? There's a different style. It has no green indent lighting, etc.
Oh, we don't have a pull-up for it.
Well, wasn't a fully chatted one, so I didn't put in.
That's true. That's true. But yeah, it's K today. Moving forward, $5 per on Super Chat. PayPal, you get $5 is 2. You get 2 picks. So and PayPal is way better for us, just so you guys know, because YouTube automatically takes 30% right off the top of every Super Chat, like instantly, and then gets taxed after that.
Tax at the end.
So.
It's great.
Thanks, YouTube.
I mean,
PayPal's a better way to support our channel.
Yeah, especially end of the month, etc.
Yeah.
Well, put the Borg cube off to the side then. If we get the top up, we can do that fully. Throw another random one. But it's up to you guys. Huh. Intentionally, quote unquote, ugly.
Oh, yes. The Cerritos, the California class. I remember looking at this when it first came out and going, what the hell? And then the more I looked at it, the more we talked about it, the more I started to like it. And since then, there's a movie era version that somebody did, which is really nice. It's actually quite an interesting configuration for a ship. But no, it fits for when it's older than the Galaxy class, but newer than the Ambassador class Enterprise C. So it kind of fits in that, plus it's a unique specialist ship. Second Contact. It's basically a repair type ship used for just towing other ships. And as a result, it's got some unconventional looking nacelles and a few other things. And of course, there's different versions of it. There's the gold stripe, the red stripe, and the blue stripe, all for different applications. And it doesn't have a standard registry at the front. It's got the tramp stamp registry at the back. So there's a lot to this and I got to admit, I didn't like it when I first saw it. I remember that whole live discussion, and then the more I looked at it, the more I started to like it. It very, very much grew on me, and it does seem a little, lanky and kind of silly looking, but it absolutely works for what it is, and it was a nice addition to the TNG era fleet. So, yeah, got to see a lot of them in fan films. Even Sam has a fan film with these.
Yes. Nice. You, in fact, messed up with the Cerritos, didn't you? Didn't you? Freaking.
What?
You freaking did a beam ray laser blah 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 blah. Which messed up. You, sir, were a bad captain, Damon.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Yes. I wasn't a captain, I was a Damon.
Yes.
Silly human.
Exactly. Very good, Ferengi. We've joked about that for years for the cadence. But yes, it works. Yeah, this is just, I mean, if you're design to not look good, and then designing to be rushed out the door, they're two very unique cases, right? Would you say that Discovery Alpha is more cohesive than Cerritos?
It's more standard Federation configuration.
Yes.
For sure, because it's got the base elements for but not an Incani configuration, but still kind of an Incani configuration. So, I mean, the Cerritos is designed to be kind of ugly. That's kind of its purpose.
So it is spindly.
What was the original question?
Yeah, is Discovery Alpha more cohesive? Because the Cerritos is more spindly.
Oh,
everything's more abstract.
I would say so.
The facades aren't complete. The nacelles are kind of all over the place. The deflectors odd. The shuttle bays are weird. It's got a lot of odd things to it, right? Whereas Discovery, it's like, okay, it is odd, but I kind of get it. There's less to it. It's a weird critique or weird non-critique to have, but I think, gotta be fair. Interesting to see what you guys vote for.
You got to keep in mind that Discovery Alpha didn't have a spinning saucer section. It had a bridge. The bridge module, the circle in the middle, was on a gimbal instead, which we never really saw. But didn't have all the negative space in the saucer either. So, yeah, for me, I would vote for the Discovery Alpha still being the worst out of these two. It's tough because I kind of like them both, but. I don't know. The Cerritos feels more like a fleet ship, whereas the Discovery Alpha feels very much like an experimental type design. I don't know. I don't know what I'd vote for, actually.
I mean, the Cerritos was more designed, but with issues.
Yeah.
On purpose, though.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah. Well, let's see what you guys are saying. We have 23 votes. The Discovery Alpha wins hands down with 74%.
Ooh.
So get the Cerritos out of there.
Remember, you're voting for the worst out of two, so people think Discovery Alpha is worse than Cerritos. Okay, cool. Vote with PayPal, Stuart. I have two PayPals.
Oh, excellent. Good.
I'm confused by one of them, but the second one I understand.
Robert Buckley says Enterprise or whatever it's called from the Galileo episode from Prodigy and USS Franklin.
I can put the Franklin, but I don't remember us seeing the Enterprise. I mean, there's the bridge, the fake bridge, and there's the shuttle. I don't remember seeing an exterior, I'll be honest. So I'm going to have to go and skim the episode.
Yeah. Well, we'll talk about these two in the meantime. I'll put a poll up for these.
I'm doing this fine.
Oh, okay. Got it. Good. So yeah, which is worse? These are very similar in a lot of ways, honestly. I mean, the
Sorry,
Franklin's a lot
Sean.
smaller. Yeah. But worst design, I'd probably have to steer towards the Franklin myself, just because very clear bridge window, which on a small ship like this, I don't mind. On a smaller ship, I think it's fine to have a bridge window. But then the strange details on the saucer, which
which they share. They almost share. These are inspired by each other. Actually, they are cousins in a weird way.
Yeah. So I don't know. I mean, the cutout at the back of the Franklin seems, it looks fine from certain angles, but other angles it doesn't make a whole lot of sense. So yeah, this will be a close one, I think, for the vote, because they're both ugly in their own way. But I think I prefer the Discovery Alpha as being a better design. So I'd have to vote for Franklin on this one personally.
Well, this is not my render, I think, actually, although a very similar render. Yeah, I think the Franklin is a more cohesive design. It's because it was way more designed. I just think it doesn't make as much sense necessarily. But then it also feels incomplete and a very specific version. Yeah. We really would have been very nice to have seen in the episode the launch configuration version in a clip. Now the Franklin left years ago, we see it launch from Earth, and then this version's obviously not that version because time has passed. But neither here nor there. Ah, but yeah, the
Yeah.
bridge window is definitely annoying, and the bridge doesn't make any sense. And it is like two cousins. It's picking favorite or least favorite cousin that are very like I like and dislike for different reasons. Hmm.
Well, exactly. Yeah, that's the problem here. I didn't think there'd be this like fine of delineation between the ships we're looking at. So, yeah, yeah. And some people might argue that they don't even think the Franklin's ugly at all. I mean, it is not a bad design by any stretch of the imagination. I would have think probably would have preferred it more in its original configuration with the nacelles down. But
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know. I'd still probably have to vote the Franklin.
I don't think either are ugly. It's just the worst is isometric. You know, it's logical or not does impact. But again, that's why it's such a specialist one-off version iteration is important. It's like well, okay, so Discovery in its own way. I don't know what you guys are gonna say. I want to know. Before I don't know what you're gonna say.
It's very close because it's tied 50-50 with
Ooh.
26 votes currently.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's kind of great.
So if you haven't voted, go vote.
Now is your time.
Oh, we got an edge out. Oh, no, it's tied again. Franklin pulled ahead for a second. It's tied again 50-50. So
this is why your votes could make a difference and or would.
28 votes, and we have 62 people here. Damn.
Thanks, Kent. Appreciate you.
Make sure you're all subscribed. And also PayPal's 2 for 1. So $5 will get you 2 ships. Super Chat will get you $5 will get you 1. And yeah, make sure you're subscribed. Vote in the poll, guys. You guys get to pick what moves on as the worst design.
Yeah, you have a say of what's there and then say of what wins or loses. It's important stuff, Stuart. It's important stuff.
And all 62 of you, hit that like button. Make sure we get those likes up. We got 31, which is great, but I think we can get to 50 easily. So hit that like button.
Gosh, so many people. Yeah, submit your ideas, guys. This absolutely runs on you guys' suggestions. We're here to place the combatants, as it were. And throw in non-canon. We said at the start. Throw in non-canon, throw in game, throw in fan. As long as it's Googleable, give us the exact Google phrase. Throw it in. We'd love to look at it and see how it fares.
And don't forget what you saw in the thumbnail. That could be pulled in, although that would hold the top slot for quite a long time.
I think we need to put like a 10 victories in a row kind of thing. And then kind of,
maybe. Yeah.
Because some are going to steamroll the right word? Yeah, steamroll's the right word.
Yeah. Oh, Matt Borman's here.
Matt Borman!
Aw, the Disco Alpha. How well I know that ship. We've been through sleep and lack of sleep together.
I still want to get a rebuilt in Hero, just to see her in something.
I like the design.
Maybe not copper, though. Maybe not copper, but...
I kind of like the copper look.
Me too, but it'd blend in better if it wasn't copper.
Yeah.
Although
a lot of people have redone it in they've redone Discovery in TOS.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It would be interesting, though, to take this version, rebuild it in Hero, which is not that difficult, it's not that big a model, and then redesign the Discovery bridge, but as blocky as this is, kind of reinterpret it literally, but the equivalent, Yeah. Just block it up a bit as it would be, and then how would it be? So it's still wasting your time on bad design, but a more appropriate version, like too many reef elements because of the bridge, because that makes sense in pre-TOS. Like, it's a waste of everyone's time. It'd be kind of cool to see, though.
Yeah. Maze says the worst design has to be the Klingon bird of prey in Discovery. Well, somebody put in for it. It is on the thumbnail for a reason. Same.
Yeah.
All right, let's see what this is at. 42 votes. Discovery Alpha wins slightly by 52%. If anybody else wants to vote, because we have 55 of you here right now, go vote. Maybe you can turn the tide.
Oh, yeah, there's loads of voting. You could still do this. There's 10, over 10 people.
Yeah. I like I said, I still think the Franklin, if I had to pick between these two, Discovery is a bigger ship as well. Like, you got to, I don't know. What would you want to be the captain of? That would determine which one's less ugly, because the less ugly one you would think would be when you didn't pick. I don't know.
And picking is half the battle. G.I. Joe. Yes, we know.
I didn't say that. You said that. You're a nerd.
Just where my head went with everything you said there. Like, oh. Yeah.
All right, we're just going to go with this.
Yes.
45 votes. Discovery Alpha wins with 53%. So that was a close one. That was a close one.
Mm-hmm.
For better or for
Comparable.
worse. All right. So next up on the PayPal
Appreciate you guys.
is
Well, so technically it's the Enterprise, and which there isn't anything specifically. So either
Enterprise, yeah.
we can go the TOS shuttle broken and damaged, or we can go sort of against the logic and go their bridge recreation. Neither would make a lot of sense, but you can be the judge based on, you know, we love Rock Buckley, so therefore whatever you want to go for this, we can do.
Well, we'll get rid of the bridge.
Okay.
With the shuttle, I guess. So, Type F shuttle.
Although this specific one, because you call out this one, so
Broken and battered.
it's wreck.
Or Discovery Alpha. I mean, it's pretty easy what's going to win here because the shuttle is classic design, and so it shouldn't be picked for the worst. But, you know, as far as shuttles go, it's not the best either. So you got that going on, right?
I mean, I would probably say Discovery's a better design than the shuttle because it's actually been designed more. I mean, the shuttle does more with less, but it's also a box within the cells, right?
Yeah.
But there's also more to it. You know,
More to it, you say?
yeah. It's like you're never going to win an award for a TARDIS redesign where you've got to keep it looking like the TARDIS but tweak it a bit. There's only so much you can do, right? So that's fine, but, you know, so if you had limited the box, etc.
Well, people are loving this one. They are voting very well. So thank you. Also hit the like button, guys. I want to get to 50 likes.
Good shout, Jay Donaldson. Nice ideas.
Yes. So currently we have 23 votes. Discovery Alpha is winning. It's going to win, unless a lot of people vote otherwise. So, 27 votes now. Discovery Alpha wins with 74%. So again, this one wasn't even close. Franklin was much more of a run. All right. So let's move to the next PayPal.
Thanks so much, guys. Let's keep on rolling. See who's got the worst designs. Or interesting ones.
Yeah.
Like I say, I do encourage fan designs and game designs because there are some. I don't mean obviously faster, etc., but like video game designs because there are some really odd, interesting ones. And there are specific Stowe versions. I'd be interested to see you guys put in for some that you don't think are great. That's okay.
Well, it's K. It's K today tops up his other one for the Borg cube, so we'll bring that back in. And he does make a very interesting point. It's just a goddamn cube, but it's got a lot of, you know, glowy lights inside and greeblies everywhere. So
I will call out specifically the Voyager version just because they are slightly different. This one we're going to look at today.
Sure, yeah. And you're right. It is just it's a simple geometric shape as all Borg ships are until we get renegade Borgs, but that's beside the point. Yeah, I remember seeing this originally and going, what the hell? What kind of ship design is that? But I was also a kid and kind of stupid, so.
Sorry, you were a kid and were stupid?
Yeah. Not am
Worst.
Yeah, were. A long time ago in a galaxy far, far away.
Wow.
Gotta be honest, though, as far as logical ship design goes, this maximizes internal volume to the nines. Like, if these were just standard Federation decks, my God, man. And there's no wasted space. So it's kind of brilliant in that regard. It's not going to beat the Discovery Alpha, though. I think we're going to need to move the Discovery Alpha soon. Because
no, 100% fair. Yeah, it's tricky because it's less of a design, but also it's that geniusly simple design that actually makes it a better design because it's more genius. And also they iterate over as they go. I really thought that when they added the green insets with the color, it really added so much the depth of the cube, etc., etc. They got a fun vibe, an implied energy that, you know, I don't know what they do. Oh,
Yeah.
just kind of works. But it's definitely less of a design. But then also, how if you were told by somebody, right, design a cube ship, you'd be like, right, how can I make that not boring? You know,
Yeah.
the challenge of that, I would say, is actually harder than
Mhm.
whatever Discovery ended up being, which is just Federation ship, blah blah. So there's actually an innately a well done, you did it, because it's not a boring design. It was not necessarily an exciting design, right?
Yeah. Well, let's see what you guys are saying. 22 votes. Discovery Alpha wins with 77%. Not even close.
Well, okay then.
Yeah. All right. And then he goes on to suggest the USS Jaeger. The Jaeger class. We've talked about this many, many times. I think this will probably dethrone Discovery Alpha, unless hate for. Okay. I think this one is going to be the last one for Discovery. I don't think it's going to win this. If it does, there's a problem. So, and the Jaeger's not quote unquote ugly per se. It's just the design language of two separate ship designs of different scales being mashed together is the huge problem here. But it looks kind of neat in a lot of ways. It's just doesn't make a lot of sense logically. And I guess that's, well, it's not okay. So
So
I'm gonna say
important,
that.
those sorts of things. You know,
Right?
some might say. But it's the epitome of a background ship that you were never meant to see, and obviously they took these shots. But it's the sort of thing that if if Mike and Denise and Doug were more of the opinion that what we see is a reflection of what it is, not necessarily literally, meaning, you know, for TOS you might wipe away the the blur of the 60s and boom, now you've got a really detailed interface, more like modern, right? If that was how their mindset was, then you'd say that's the shape of the Jaeger in the background for DS9. That's obviously not what it is, because that's ridiculous. It can't be this combined thing. So if we ever looked at it again, we'll take the shape and then re-infer it into a new design that makes more sense. But obviously that's not how they worked, and the purity of it, this is what it is, has lingered, which creates all the issues. It's like, oh, but how? And why? And who? Where? And if? I like the flow of the Discovery more, though. Sorry.
I do too.
Yeah.
With
It has
64
one.
people here, I want to say hit like, also vote,
Mhm.
and join us for our live reviews on
Mhm.
Thursdays now. We're going to be covering
Mhm.
TOS starting with the cage this week. It's a big deal,
Mhm.
so please come and join us.
Yeah, really need you guys' support to show that you want to see that sort of Trek. You know, this channel can keep going with you guys being there, so be there. And it'd be interesting. We've both done content on the cage already. It's really, really interesting. I'm having a really interesting time. I feel like I've learned a lot already. We've sort of only mildly scratched the surface, as it were.
Yeah, yeah. All right, with 31 votes, the Jaeger wins with 52%. I'm just going to call it there.
There you go. Organically dethroned. Good.
Yeah.
Good.
Discovery was going away after this one anyway, so.
Good.
So there we go. We got our new quote unquote winner or loser, I guess.
Yeah, so the only live pretty much that Discovery Bird of Prey can be the top of any of our formats. You know.
Yeah. All right, let's go to next up. We've got Spock's Glock, who finally decided to screw taxes and go with PayPal. So thank you.
Yes. Excellent.
I said, okay, let's do this. Can we get a matchup between the Discovery era Bird of Prey and the Discovery era Caspow class? No, it has to go up against this. So we'll go with the Discovery era Bird of Prey.
Although in fairness, they might dethrone instantly and make that anyway.
So Discovery era Bird of Prey versus the Jaeger class. Here we go. We got a new winner, the Bird of Prey. And yeah, we'll get to your Despow class in next.
And do read out the poll, Stuart, if you could.
Oh, good God. Which is the worst design, the Jaeger class or that pile of shit? Is that the best picture you have of it?
Man, we're the best picture of it, and it's got our thumbnail text all over it.
Oh,
Yeah.
fuck that noise. How embarrassing.
Yes.
Yeah, what? There's no contest. I mean, this supposed to be a Klingon bird of prey doesn't feel or look or have any kind of resemblance to anything Klingon or bird of prey-ish.
Or
And
Star
I guess
Trek or Alien.
the low swept wings. I do like the alienness of it. I was just gonna say, so shut the fuck up. It makes a very good alien type ship. It just doesn't. This feels too gothic. Almost feels like it could be a Batwing from a Batman movie. It's got that kind of vibe, but it doesn't feel Klingon at all. And it was a real letdown, and will continue to be a letdown. It'll be the winner from here on out. So
You don't know.
I don't know. Somebody could suggest the USS Horizon, and then.
That's
Anyhow,
uncalled for.
30 votes. Goddamn. That piece of shit wins with 80%. So the Jaeger looks like fucking royalty beside this thing. So we are gonna do this. Yeah.
And the other Klingon
You
ship
have anything
is
else?
going to be tricky, Stuart, because this is also a second piece of shit.
Oh my god.
Oh my.
How embarrassing.
And to think this was mass
Oh,
produced by a company and then sold to thousands of people. Let's not say millions, because um,
it's
cool. I have one of these. I think,
why?
pretty sure. Well, because they came with a subscription.
It's a gothic tower turned on its side and say it's a ship. It's just, what is this? This could be worse. This could actually be worse. So there you go. You got your Wish Spock's Galactic going up against each other. Which is worse? Which is a bigger pile of shit? Is that what you're putting in the poll?
No, I don't want to be sarcastic with this one.
Which is the worst design? The Klingon Birth of Prey or a totally different piece of shit? Which actually looks like a piece of shit, like a turd. Looks like it's something that Borg would shit out.
Yeah. And the thing is, right, it is very unfair of us in a way because these are not meant to be seen. These are meant to be they built them quickly for one episode in the background, not thinking that Eagle Moss would literally take these rushed out, half finished assets and try and sell them and show the flaws and renders. They weren't designed with that in mind. That wasn't a concept, right? Really at the time. So they forced them to make lots of things at varying degrees of quality. And this is the worst one with a lot of cloned pieces. It's not even a whatever, and then they get sold, and we'll see. It's like, oh, is that what we did? But he probably did it in like a day and a half, using every greeby from every other thing, right? Because how much did the artist really build for this? I don't know. And I'm
Bradley
sure
Leonard
every
said,
side's also cloned. So
yeah, Bradley Leonard said, this is the saddest comparison I've ever seen. I knew high and low. Oh,
yeah,
that's funny.
and things. What do you all pick? I mean, talk about the rock at the hardest place, pointing blocks at you, and saying, "Choose, bitch." Either way, you're getting dumped on, right?
Yeah.
It's not good. It's not good. Now, if they're both Herc ships, maybe.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's see what's going on. 32 votes. A totally different piece of shit. Fucking wins with 76%. Holy
Wow.
shit. Holy shit. I mean, Klingon Bird of Prey, you done good, kid.
You're the best of the worst. Yes, you're the best of the worst. Congratulations.
Spock's Glock, thank you so much. That is
Now,
amazing.
I want to reiterate, not I've said it yet today, but we're going to reiterate, you can resubmit designs. So if this gets beaten out by something else, you can resubmit the Klingon Bird of Prey 100% because they are all independent verses, right? So you can resubmit anything that's already been done. Not a problem. Just say.
Holy shit, the shit one. Yes, it did. All right, so we'll get back to. Oh, actually, let's switch back to super chats for a second. We've got one, so we'll get that cleared out, and then we'll get back to PayPal. Is that okay?
Mm-hmm.
You plan for that? Okay. Solaris, $5. The runabout shuttle, for what it was originally intended for, it became more like the World War II PT boats, like the 109. Runabout shuttle for what it was originally intended for. Don't know what that means exactly, but I mean, this is not even a contest, so
I was going to read out the poll if you could.
oh my god, which is the worst design? DS9 runabout, blah, 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 or hauled away as garbage? Yes. Yeah, I mean the runabout's a fantastic design. A space camper in space. Very functional, very maneuverable, very multi-purpose. It's actually a nice looking ship. There's nothing ugly about this design at all. I don't know if you meant like another version that it was original design wise, but
Gotta be
regardless,
clear,
that's what we're looking
guys. Gotta be clear.
at. This is what we're looking at. So yeah, this is not even a contest.
But that's the thing. What is the contest of no contest, right? Are there people who think it's trash? Maybe. Maybe. Maybe? No, it's
Yeah, I don't know.
it's not the best Trek ship, but that's an absurd statistic anyway, right? I mean, what is the best ship? And you know, debatable beyond belief. I just love the fact that how detailed this thing. It's such a small relative ship that when they built the model, they built the CGI model, and then fans built their models. It's not, and because they really closely followed the sketches, it's a very easy ship to rebuild reference wise. And it's very, very well detailed, so that it does all sorts of, you know, distances, and looks great. It's a really, really well thought out. It's relatively straightforward design, while having loads of well thought out little details. Although we really never saw anything of the. I don't know if I've ever seen a fan version where the middle comes out. You know, it's such a lost part of the design. It would be nice to see that brought to life, but obviously, unless you build it explicitly into the design with a framework, models can't just do that, right? So. That'd be fun. That'd be fun to see. You know, like see double-decker versions. You know, like what other pods you could do. It'd be really, really fun to see. But Sailor V, right? People got to make it.
I know they weren't around at the time, but I really would have preferred if Scotty from Relics got one of these as opposed to a Type 6. I think he could do more with this.
At least it wasn't a shuttle
But
pod.
anyway.
Yeah, although why would the Enterprise have one lying around?
Well, they weren't built yet, so.
No, that's what I'm saying. But if it had existed, they aren't assigned to ships, so it'd have to have been there to travel somebody. Would have been kind of cool if an admiral was there. This is entirely irrelevant, but wouldn't it be fun if in the episode it starts with an admiral who's there, who's old but not too old, and turns out he knew Scotty when he was like 20, like a pup, and then they meet up and it's like, oh, you've aged not a day, and you've aged every single day, and I'll take you back on my runabout. You know. Be kind of fun, the perspective of that.
Well, 41 votes. So hauled away as garbage wins with 88%. So the runabout is fine.
12% wrong, Stuart. That's
Yeah.
mad.
All right.
All right, okay.
Back to the PayPals. We got Sergeant Montgomery, who says the Narada Jaeger class. The Narada Jaeger class.
I didn't get
I
it
don't know
either.
what that means.
I'm going to assume he just meant the Narada as a ship. I did Google Narada Jaeger and nothing came up, so as in I found that. But the Narada is a very close parallel to this ship. To the design language.
Oh, yes. Not the original mining ship. You should look at the original mining ship from the comic before it got Borgified.
It's true, but no one knows that. Because who the hell read that comic?
Not a lot of people know that.
Didn't sound like that at all. What are you on about? Don't you dare mock my accent, dear sir. Oh, stop downloading his WebEx. Fuck's sake.
And Spock's Glock says, I'm going to try to fix this in my next PayPal I send. Okay, we'll get there. We'll get there. Because, yeah, nobody wants to look at this, man. There are other uglier ships that I'd rather look at than this.
Right.
I'm just saying. Discovery Alpha up there is fine. You know, the Jaeger class up there was fine. I'd rather even look at the other Klingon bird of prey than this. So
So saying this is an
we are here to
affront.
find.
This is an affront to your senses, not even.
Yeah.
Okay, well, very comparable. I really did just like everything being WinX. It doesn't go anywhere. It's a stupid file.
The Narada. Dun, dun, dun. Yeah, they are very similar in a lot of ways, aren't they? One looks like a ship that was in a 60s TV show, and then the Narada looks like the same ship, just redone for a modern audience. Just saying. Just it's been restyled and revamped. Well, yeah, there's no question. The Narada is not ugly per se. It's very aggressive looking. It kind of gets the point across for what it's supposed to be. Well, it's supposed to be a mining ship, but you know what I mean. The bad guy ship. So the other one, seriously, looks like a building. Looks like a building asset they had that they were going to put on Kronos. And then, hey, we need a ship. Look at this one. It's just there. It's a ship now. So, yeah, not even close, man. Not even close.
But they are oddly comparable,
Oh,
which
I
is
want to read the poll. I've already seen something funny. Which is the worst design, the Narada Borg or Hot Garbage?
Yes.
Yeah.
You're welcome. Gotta reflect its truth, you know. They are very comparable in broad strokes, and you can easily be forgiven to think that there's not the same fleet. But one is a pointy version, one is a not
One's
pointy.
the refit.
Yeah. God. One's phase 2. Although put them next to each other, the Narada's absurdly long. Although if you look at it, it's just obviously the arms. I mean, the actual main ship is very small at the back. It's just extruding. I think the logic is that they grew, and so the ship just kept growing. The tendrils, the Borg created structure, and then just kept going. That's why it's just non-stop tendrils, which I don't think do anything, or who cares.
Bit of both.
Yeah. Very odd ship. Barely a ship, really. Do they even say in the movie the words Borg?
No, not in the movie.
So no one knows anything about the ship.
Yeah, that's very comic, the Countdown comic, for sure.
Because without that, it's like, how do Romans build something like this ever? Ever? But then everyone's like, oh, Borg. It's like, what'd say in the movie then? You know, Nero's commander said, the Borg nanoter fixed the damage the Kelvin caused. Good. Then shit happens. I don't know.
Dustin says the Narada has a very illogical internal layout. A lot of ships do, but this is a mining ship, so the big open spaces aren't that big an issue for me. I really don't have they got to mine ore and stuff and need places to store it. So it's basically just a large warehouse.
Yeah, because the original ship is quite small.
Yeah.
But I can see that if the Borg nanoprobes, because it's Borg created, right? If the Borg nanoprobes harvested by the Romulans and then used for this were told, we want a mining ship, then the logic would be, as you say, big open spaces for big boulders to be big asteroids. That makes sense. It's not necessarily thinking of the logic of how you get between the structures and blah, blah. And again, none of this in the movie. It's all in the secondary media. So, thanks.
What have we said about that? If you need secondary media to make your movie make sense, you made a bad movie.
Yep.
Anywho's, 33 votes. Hot Garbage wins it with 76%. Dang. Bye, Narada.
You did make a 24% showing, so you did try. You did show up.
Next up, we've got Robert Buckley, who says USS Ajax non-refit from Star Trek Legacy game.
Oh, non-refit. And another one as well, Stuart, I already had. That should be another one that's...
Yeah, this next one is an X refit.
Yes.
Yeah, the refit first then.
Yeah.
While it's not the most attractive looking ship, it definitely builds on what we knew from Enterprise and moves it along the timeline towards the Constitution class. So a lot of people really like this design. I am not the biggest fan of it per se, and there's very few angles where you can differentiate it from the actual just the NX. This, of course, is one of those angles where you can see that, hey, it's a different ship, which is great. But it's an addition to the space frame, so it's nowhere near as ugly as this other thing. This Klingon turd. Trash thy opinion. Thy name is this opinion. Yeah.
You're welcome. Yeah, Google says nothing. Ajax, Star Trek Legacy, which you would think would be the two things, the phrases combined in Google.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, if it's just a TOS design with two nacelles, that's fine. I can probably find that, but there's nothing Ajax that it says.
Huh.
I don't remember a TOS version of that because I don't think there is a TOS era in that game. I'm pretty sure there isn't. So
Yeah, there is. If you type in Ajax Star Trek Legacy game, it's the first picture that comes up. It's like a little Miranda. But it's a really shitty quality picture. And there's no other pictures of it, so
no, nothing out for me at all that reference that. So I guess you can bring in the crap one, but nothing's
okay, it's super crap, but hey, here we go.
No, nothing's out for me. What do you? Well, I mean, also when we get to that. Ooh, Tellurian warship. Good to see you, Royston.
All right, well, let's see what you guys are saying about the refit.
But
Do you have anything to say
who
about the
can
refit?
dislike it that much? I mean, it's a. Yeah, and some people love this ship, Stuart. Some people absolutely love it, right?
I guess. I've heard of these people, but I don't really believe them.
It's just a little bit imbalanced. And I've done more work with the ship than most on the planet. In fact, we have a shot for Romulan War where you can't test the refit until the last 3 seconds of a shot. And the point is the next refit doing something, but because just can't tell, it's so indifferent, as in indifferent, which is fine, but could have done with a few more changes. But I guess I wanted additive, not whatever.
Yeah. Cousin Gary says, Ajax, isn't that the ship from Bridge Crew? No, that's the Aegis. Aegis. Aegus. Aegis. Which sounds like Ajax if someone says it fast, I guess, but no. Not at all the same. All right, 33 votes. Trash. Thy name is this opinion. Wins with 33%. Yeah, I don't think it's fair to call any enterprise in this discussion we're having. So here's the Ajax that I found. The first one in my Google search. I told you it was a shitty picture.
It's not great. Yep, I can see why you said that. Don't remember from
There's
the
no other
game.
pictures.
Well, there you go.
He said he did clarify we could just go with the refit. So do you have the refit then?
Yeah, it's not all the same ship though.
Okay, well, let's do the refit. See, that's we changed it to that. So
alrighty. So it's a Saladin-esque, but with two nacelles. It's kind of the illogic of a mirrored thing. Yeah, Legacy has never had a very Googleable.
no, they haven't.
I mean,
Weird.
It
There's some
came
good
and
ship
went,
designs.
but yeah, there's no like online database about that stuff. It's been always been oddly not visible. I don't know.
Oh, that's the Acula class.
That's what it's Ajax. That's what comes up.
Actually, the Acula class is slightly different. It's got bigger neck piece on the top, but whatever. Yeah, I mean, again, why would you even mention this in this video? This is not an ugly
I mean, it's a
design at
lazy
all.
ship. It's a really lazy ship, right? As a design, it's not a good design. It's just a refit with some, it's not really a design. It looks cool, I think, but it's not really a design, right?
I disagree.
I know you do. I'm just saying.
So yeah, which is the worst design here, guys. You pick. This fits. I love this in the TMP like fleet, but I'm used to the Acula, which is very similar to this, just a bit of a beefier neck portion on the top there. So yeah.
Yeah, like I said, it's not a very good design, but it's a good ship. But it's funny, you're taking out all the extra functionality of the refit. I guess just to make it quicker to make. What else?
Go vote, guys. What do you think? Yeah, because this is the Acula, which, sorry, it's the bottom one that's thicker. That was the top. But the Acula is very similar in design, but more of a design. So,
yeah. Although nothing popped up in a few. Oh, there you go. Oh, yeah. Oh, goodness. Things are happening.
oh, it didn't show up.
It did. Then, oh, back here it comes. Yes, that's a tad more going on there. Different pylons. Though I haven't seen that version before necessarily. Also, that's a fan render, not the game that it came from, as in Faster, I believe, or something similar.
No, it's from Starfleet Command games. But yeah. So go and vote. Cold Garbage as it's in space. Nice. Well, that wins with 92%. So we'll get rid of the Ajax.
But it means it's nearing the run before we've got to swap it out, so it can't clean sweep everything, guys. Although you have,
Well,
oh,
Spock's Block said just wait. So we'll see.
I'm waiting. I'm
going to switch back to PayPal real quick, then we'll get to yours, Spock's Glock. Royston Bailey throws in $5 and says Talarian warship from TNG episode Suddenly Human. Not even ugly enough to click a reaction, just crap.
Oh, damn.
Or to elicit a reaction. Sorry, not click.
It's
unique though. It's got some design elements going on. It's better than this. It's better than whatever's on screen. So
it's also kind of a Star Destroyer. Not really, but Star Destroyer with wings.
Oops. Change that. Do that. So there we go. Oh, yeah, it is like a Star Destroyer, isn't it? Yeah, I mean, this going up against some other ships in Star Trek might win, but going up against this particular Klingon, quote unquote Klingon design, yeah.
So I gotta keep
Space Hybrid says canon or non-canon. Doesn't matter. Anything. Yeah. Let's go vote in the poll. The Talarian warship or a ship, maybe. Yeah, I mean, the Talarian ship was reused multiple times for different ships of the week. Just a few different configuration changes, so it's a tried and true design. It's better than this building, that's what I'm saying. So we'll see what Spock's Glock has to offer next, and if that doesn't dethrone it, then we'll move it out of the way. Dan Ben says the wings from this side remind me of Babylon 5. Okay. Anything is better than that turd, but I tried. He did try. See, we have 52 of you here and 53 likes. Awesome. We did hit our 50 likes, so thank you guys. But yeah, feel free to PayPal in with any ship suggestions or super chats. PayPal is 2 for 1 though, so $5 will get you 2 picks.
Really good system, because then, or if you have 1 pick and we'll submit to the audience, audience edition as well.
Anything to say about these?
Yeah, I mean, Tamarin is absolutely fine. It's a good model ship that feels grounded, doesn't feel very special, but it works very well for exactly what it is, which is a not civilian but non-Federation. We made this. It is kind of fun that it can't land. There's a sort of satisfying, like, oh, it's very much space made. Creating a sense of, well, what if it lands, like a rocket, or the wings fold up?
bottom pins fold up into the top wings,
Exactly.
or they all both fold to the side.
See, just that illogic of space to ground, because not everything has to be in ground, of course, but you want to connect everything if possible, creates more questions, which is good.
If anything's going to land like a rocket, it's that Klingon ship. Like I said, just be a headquarters, a base, a tower.
Maybe it was a fleet command structure. Maybe.
Sure.
Sure.
Yeah. All right, let's see what you guys are saying. With 26 votes, a ship maybe wins with 96%. Not even close.
Oh,
And
looks like the new Star Trek Infection VR game is releasing March 31st. So,
nice.
where's tomorrow?
That's tomorrow.
Why would they announce release date? That okay.
Surprise!
Yeah.
All right, so we got Spock's Glock, who throws in $5 on PayPal and says, "Okay, I'm not done yet. The Federation Time Ship Distant Future comic. Please tell Sam I sent him a Facebook DM with the ship and link for the wiki for the picture." Cool.
Yes. What's it called again? Federation Time Ship.
Yeah. It's a board cube wrapped as a present. Clear wrapping paper. There's even some creases in the paper there. See, yeah.
I mean, let's look at what is this thing? It's a far future version ship, and it was a. Well, in fairness, I could see this being not semi-joke, but in the same fleet as the Max Headroom's ship, which is sort of geometric as well. You know, sort of the same sort of texture vibe ish. It was in service thousands of years after Starfleet's 24th century. It was a cube primary hull. It has a gold reflective. The ship's mainframe computer doubled its commanding officer and had a captain. Yeah.
I mean, it's the epitome of perfect ship design because the Borg figured it out, so the Federation just stole it, I guess.
Took a while. Yeah, time ship, future ship. I mean, let's be honest, right? If this thing teleported into your back garden, you'd be like, oh, damn.
Yeah, hold on one second.
Can I edit my sentence, really? Looks pretty big. It's almost hard to see. Or it reminds me of the Avengers Cube, I can't remember what it's called. Tesseract, there you go. That's a good design, even though it's just a cube with blue bits in, you know, with energy and particles and fun stuff like that. Hey, vote now. Vote as the box Starship came in. Yeah. His little bow. Does make you wonder how the shuttle bay would happen or the deflector control. But hey, the fact that all of the tech can be inside the design is advanced, right? Right? It doesn't need any external shield emitters or hull plating. I'm vamping now because Stuart's not here, you know, and more things like that, etc.
Hi. So yeah, the Federation time ship, it's tied.
It's tight.
Damn.
Love it.
20. Oh. Klingon thing is starting to pull ahead.
Oh.
Come on, guys.
Well,
It's,
unfortunately...
yeah, we get to pick. It's the Klingon ship is out of here after this one.
Yeah.
Well,
So either way it wins, but by default kind of thing.
Yep.
Is the difference between being punched in the face with what's it called? The brass knuckles, right? Versus slapped in the face by a feather. They're both insulting in their own unique way, but one physically hurts and will bruise you for years to come. Or at least days to come, right?
Yeah.
So, pick your poison.
Well, We will just do this. We'll move this over here. We'll move this over here.
You timed that well.
That's,
One by default in a good way.
that's the new winner. We'll put this one over here as a reminder.
And now it'll
What
be
not
interesting
to do.
metric.
Oh.
But yeah, interesting metric of will, because you guys voted, right? I mean, not exactly, but some of you voted for this design being the worst design. Will a no design now win against a design? Right? That's now the question, right?
Yeah. Do we have another PayPal? We do. Yay. Robert Buckley. I have no idea. These are apparently words and things, but GOF2 HD Val Newer. Vol Newer. No idea what any of that means. GOF, don't know. HD, I mean high definition. Don't know.
Golf.
Yeah, GOF2.
And it's funny because you have unlimited characters. There's slightly more. Well, there's a Volnor in Galaxy on Fire 3D.
Galaxy on Fire 2 HD, he says. And
Oh, right, okay. Don't think it's in Star Trek, but you are a regular contributor, so we'll you know what? David put the city cube. So we'll put this in. Oh, file. We'll put it in, but the cube's gonna win. But you guys can vote if a non-Star Trek design wins against a cartoon comic cube.
yeah, why would you choose a non-Star Trek design? Is my question.
I don't know. Quite right though. That was the wiki that I found. Yeah. I mean, it's elite. It's a design. Kind of reminds me of the Tellarite Enterprise in the broad strokes. So yeah, I'll let you resize that.
I'm hesitant to even count it because it's not Star Trek, but whatever.
Oh yeah, it's gonna lose
It's
either
fine.
way, but he's a
This is
regular.
going to be wiped off the board. But yeah, there you go. You get to still vote, which is uglier. At least this one has a design to it, as Sam said. It's kind of got like a 1950s UFO type design and or Cylon Raider original like thrusters.
Yeah, I mean, no, I've
Don't
no.
worry, don't worry, Spock's Glock. He says it shouldn't count if it's not Trek. It's not going to count. It's going to be removed regardless.
Yeah.
So,
But he's a very regular supporter, etc. The Volnor Scout, a ship of the Great Fleet, has only just recently been modified for human pilots. Along with its high maneuverability, its greatest appeal lies its hull armor, which is based on grey components that outstrips even that of the heavy bombers of the Terran origin. In addition, it has respectable weapon capacities, even despite its small size, but has a limited cargo hold. So judge now! Judge now! Craft versus Craft. Read the poll if you would.
Kizengari says Timu A-Wing. Yeah, it looks like a fucking A-Wing. Which is worse design, Trek or non-Trek?
Do you like the cube more, Stuart?
Yes. Because it's time ship and it's got like a purpose and simplistic nature is kind of intriguing. Whereas this one's just like, yeah. Oh, ordered an A-Wing from Wish. This is what I got. Or from Timu. Damn.
It is a bit silly indeed.
I'm Trek is winning, so. But it doesn't matter. It's going to be thrown off. Indeed. I don't have much else to say about it, so. See what you guys are saying. With 19 votes, non-Trek wins with 58%. So a white cube wins over this design. This design should be embarrassed. Shuffle that off to the side there. Let's see if I can see something here that fit the bill.
What Trek ship shall we versus next?
All right. This piece of shit or the other pieces of shit on screen? I mean, the Horizon.
Had to be said. I mean,
I was scrolling, I was looking through them all, and it just was in the lower right hand corner there, and I'm like, oh, that'll do. This is Sam's design to be nice. Nobody should at all vote for this. So if it gets any votes, we'll find out who you were and we'll take care of you accordingly.
We'll send Liam Neeson after you, circa 2009, 8.
Yes.
Quite good film, that first one, really.
Oh. Yeah, Spock's Glock sent another one, so thank you.
At least that's a design.
All right.
Good
Let's see what you guys are
design,
saying about this. The time ship, cube ship,
but-
or USS Horizon.
That's me. Well, it's Rick Sternbach and me. Would you judge Rick Sternbach? Although, in fairness, based on my criterion, so of course he's limited by my scale and scope, but you know, not the point. Not the point. Not the point. Oh, it's a bit more designed. I would say.
Yes, absolutely. It's a very nice design, actually.
You know, and I wish Horizon had the same level of design, but you know, it's a bit designed, and then there's Horizon, right?
Oh yeah.
I wonder how long a 3D model would take to model the time ship.
You should get it done for an episode of Short Treks.
Short treks. I don't make short treks, Trek.
Trek shorts,
Okay.
whatever. I have Trek shorts. I have shorts with the Enterprise on them.
Yeah, luckily I don't get that joke that often because it would very annoy me if I did. But
I'll try to be better.
Well,
Sorry.
no, you're allowed at least one. Don't worry. No, I think 2 films ago, they're like, oh, I could do some Trek shorts for the beach. I'm like, in my head, go fuck yourself. Didn't say that, obviously, but... Still say it. The cube ship is just a Borg ship without the Borg ship.
Yes.
I like that summary. It's a good summary.
All right, so the time ship wins with 82%. That means 18% voted for... 18% of 22 people voted for... I'm so sorry. I shouldn't have even brought it in. We'll just move this off to the side.
Just because it has a multi-generative nacelle variant design, they're designed for redundancy and huge time scale space journeys that you all can't understand because you just want 2 nacelles, and if one breaks, you're screwed, and I plan ahead just because that. And each nacelle is just a slightly different thing, technically, and they all...
All right, let's see what Spock's clock is going to grace us with. Okay, one last one, he says. I technically didn't pick a second one on my last one, but I would like to submit the Discovery era Klingon cleave ship. Fuck. LOL. Yeah. Looks like a giant space worm of some sort. Not a fantastic design. It's better than the other Klingon ship on screen, I will say that. But is it better than the time ship? That's the question.
And of course, time ship.
Yes. Well, at least the cleave ship looks like a ship of some sort. Again, not Klingon. But what a stupid premise. Let's just ram our ship into other ships and cut them in half. Cleave them in twain, as it were. I mean, yeah, maybe it should have some kind of cutter beam or cutter deflector or cutter shields at the front instead of using the actual like ship itself. Although it's probably made from the hardest substance known to man.
Last week was version.
Yeah, yeah. They haven't got there yet in TOS, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be one of those things where you could make the premise be functional, right? Just the idea that this thing could survive the situations it's finding itself in is laughable, right? You know, it can't survive a warp core breach, therefore it's a suicide ship, which is fine. Like, as in, if it's not piloted, but then why are you wasting ships and that big? It'd be something at least if the ship, for example, if it was much smaller and the blade was whatever it was, and it would fly in and then launch it. So it was a projectile, but a giant blade. And if the ship's a capital ship, then it would just go in, and shields aren't normally designed to protect against kinetic damage, right? So this giant slice, it would just go through shields, and fine. But then you have this massive slice for one shot. It's like, well, that's not the best use of it, but I mean, hey, maybe. You know, at least it's something.
Yeah.
A good thing, but it's something.
And Devo says the cleave ship works better with a cloak, except there were no cloaks for the Klingons in the era this is set. So if you see that on screen, which you did, it's clearly wrong.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
I kind of like the idea of it being like detachable. Yeah, like you can project it towards a ship and then recover it later. Or even have it on like a rail. So it's like a launches off projectile as like a rail gun almost. Just yeah, that'd work.
But it's still a very weird thing. But if it's a specialist ship against specialist forces, if you know the alien race doesn't do kinetic damage well, then okay, it's really useful. But then just, yeah, the ship itself is so fragile. If it's not, I mean, fair enough, it could be built out of the same thing that Pike's Enterprise emergency door is made out of. Then, I mean, then that shit's fine, right? So fair enough, Stuart. If it's made out of that, we're golden. Okay? Maybe it is. Maybe I'm being too cynical. Right?
That was the stupidest. You reminded me of stupid shit.
It's funny what we accepted in old new Trek, because it's now old. That's a few ago.
We didn't accept it then. We made a point of pointing that out. So
it's like, how do the writers not think about that? It's just make all the ship out of it then. Oh, that one door. Oh.
All right, which is the worst design? 26 votes. Cleave wins with 62%. Yeah, well, there's 2 Klingon ships on the board now. Nice.
Oh, okay. Interesting, Robert.
Yeah, Robert Buckley throws in $5 and says the crashing saucer of the NCC 1701 JJ verse. So just the saucer? That's like the best part of that ship.
I'll let you do the poll for that and I'll find the good picture.
Okay.
Take a second to... It's very specific, I'll give you that. I mean, it's not a bad saucer.
It's the best part of the ship, honestly.
Because
it just feels very refit era.
Yep, it's just a curvy refit. Basically, which is not a bad thing. As in, the angles are more curved.
And it wasn't really a ship per se at that point. It was a projectile. It was like falling and...
But it was falling with style.
Oh.
See what I did there?
Yeah. Great. All right, there's your poll, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a pretty simple answer. Look, I don't like the JJ Enterprise, don't get me wrong, but this was an epic scene to see it die, first of all. But also, you know, it was just the saucer, and yeah, I think there's uglier ships on screen right now, so Now, if you compared it to
Oh.
the banana strut one, like the full thing with the struts and all, then it's like, well, I might want to cruise around in a cleave ship as opposed to that.
But if you did get the cleave ship, then you could use a cleave ship to cleave off the neck of the JJ prize and take the saucer. So you can have both if you get the cleave ship.
True, that's true.
I mean, okay, silly comment, I know, but if you have a ship, right, how many parts of the ship genuinely have explosive material in them, right? So, could you go through this the neck of most ships and not explode? Because what's exploding, right? Could
Yeah.
So it could cleave through a lot of stuff. It's just the conceit. Oh, it's just gonna explode. It's like, is it? Is it though? Why is it though? Is it though? I don't know though. I don't know.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Well, I think it's possible that the JJ ship could lose to many things on this list. It's not the cleave ship, unfortunately. I think the cleave ship is going to come out on top.
And by
So,
top you mean bottom.
well, yeah. It's a weird one, that.
Yeah. Well, look, whatever you say about it, right? The cleave ship is quite designed. Genuinely is quite designed. You might not like it, but it's a definite design. No ifs, no buts. You just don't like it because it doesn't make sense. But
Yes.
would it be? Okay, no sarcastic answer. Great. Would it be a?
I was going to say something, I just
Yeah.
did not.
Yeah, thank you. Oh. Yep. Would it be a good Star Wars? Would it be a good Star Wars ship in any?
Cleave ship?
Yeah.
Yes, it would make a good Imperial ship with a few.
Would it be
slight
Imperial
refinements.
though? It feels off their repertoire.
Yeah, I could see the Imperial using something like Empire using something like that. Yeah.
Maybe Imperial Remnant from the later book things when they're out of ideas. Because then it's like, oh damn, we're losing. Yes, you are. What do we do? Well,
Well, I could see it being in the Star Wars universe for sure. Because we got the hammerheads, which are used to push other ships, right? So,
is there not some sort of ship that can cut in Star Wars? I don't know. I mean, certainly fighters. I don't know how you get fighters, but a giant blade ship. And then if you can go through a fighter squadron.
You have to hit hyperdrive and cut right through another ship.
Oh, yeah, what? We don't talk about that.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I do a faux pas? I'm so sorry.
No one will ever talk about Holdo ever again. Despite the... I mean, that would be a hell of a thing, though. In like 6 months for AI to redo every film with a Holdo maneuver at the end. And just, whatever ship and does it. Akbar, it's a Holdo maneuver! Oh, I guess we named it. It's a maneuver! And then he's also in the second one. It's a Holdo maneuver! Each time. Or it'd be Lando, but he ejects via the escape pod, he fires a Falcon. Because if the Falcon Holdo maneuvered into the core of the Death Star, it ain't living, right? It ain't surviving.
Yeah.
Right?
Jankware, though, gifted 5 Trekyards memberships, so thank you, Jankware.
Thanks so much.
So, welcome, it's K today. Welcome, SFX Sabertooth Raptor.
Damn.
Shane Nolan, Jerry Blank, and DJ Odyssey. DJ Odyssey's here. Good to see you, DJ. Hope you're feeling better. Did you break your arm, leg? What did you break again? Feel better.
Yeah, anyway. Please do.
Welcome to the channel, guys.
Welcome. Say things, say Bobs. Say thing to Bob. Do you know Bob? Who in the chat is a Bob? Not Robert, a Bob. Do you know Bob's yet?
I know a few Roberts, but they don't go by Bob, so no, I don't think I do offhand.
I've been mocked by Bob Picardo once on stage. Does that count as knowing him?
Yes. Yeah, I've also interviewed him on stage or MC'd. Not MC'd because I was like, it's just me and him on stage. I was asking him questions.
He shared the stage with Bob Picardo as interviewer. There you go.
Indeed. So yes, I do know Bob. Then there you go.
Yeah. One more time. Yeah, he's probably more insulting to me, but you spent more time with him. but it's
And he came and sat in the TOS captain's chair. I have
Mm.
pictures.
I know there's often about how if you just go out of the universe for a second and get the math of like how many TOS coins there are on merchandise, right? That logic. If you could somehow ask the universe how many times Bob Picardo sat in a TOS captain's chair in his convention life over the last 30 years and get somehow a picture of each one and see him age gracefully over the years as you know, this is 87, because I mean fans make that right across the world from varying degrees of quality. Fun to see how many, because you know it ain't novel for him.
Yeah.
And that's fine. But it ain't novel.
Indeed, indeed.
That's okay. That's why it's fun to ask them questions they probably haven't asked before. Like, oh, that's a new question. It's hard to do though. It's hard to do though.
Oh, and this is before he was in Prodigy and before he was in Starfleet Academy, and asked him, have they approached you about any future projects with Star Trek? He's like, no, I'd love it if they did. And I fucking guarantee you, when I did this interview, he'd already been done his Prodigy stuff, or was at least knew about it. So curses to him, curses and NDAs.
No, Star Trek. What's that? I wouldn't know. No.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, especially as some things are going to be so delayed that you very well might. Oh gosh, there was what's her name? Yeah, it was Scarlet Witch actress who's
One of the
called
Olsons.
yeah, thank you. She was asked a different film about her role in the, I think it was the Marvel What If zombie thing, or like something zombie related, whatever. And she said, "Oh damn, has that come out finally? I filmed that during lockdown 4 years ago.
Yeah.
I don't remember what was in it. I couldn't tell you if I don't remember it because it was voiceover. I did it in one day. It was, well, you know, very short. It's like yeah, if something's delayed a few times or whatever. Yeah, happens.
Let's close out this poll.
Yeah.
With 30 votes, 83% say the Klingon cleave ship is the bigger piece of garbage here. So
Damn. Oh, I feel like I should throw in a curveball from the ranked, if there is such. And they're mostly non-Star Trek, so that's kind of hard to do. But, oh, I'm going to be mean to myself. I like this one. Let's see what the viewer's going to be like.
yeah, I saw that one too and
Yeah.
considered it.
It's controversial, but people don't really think about it, even though it's hugely important to the universe.
The Wells class, USS Relativity. Yeah, I have one as well to add after this. So yeah, I mean, very unfederation like. Even the hull texturing is quite a unique color and but it's a time ship. It's a future time ship, so I'm fine with all of it.
And it's so advanced, it's not a cube. Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, it's actually got the same kind of intake element that I mentioned with the first ship you pulled in, which is the Valdor on the back.
Yeah? Yeah?
So it's again, that's like an X-plane type thing, experimental aircraft. So yeah, I don't know. This is definitely better than anything on screen though. So on this screen, anyway. Except for us, we're better than it, but it's better than the other ships. How's that? That's better. Yeah.
I like that.
I had to clarify.
I'm sold on that. Yeah, I mean, I like Wells. I mean, it's such a hard request. Build a ship that far in the future that is its own art style, that is la 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 la. And what says time ship? There is no concept, right, of what says time ship, but that's okay because Rick's a smart cookie. He's a smart lad, and he had a good idea. And the fact that you can still reverse logic all the different parts of normal Federation Starship design into this, because they're all there in one form or another, and then other stuff too. And
yeah, so in other words, it was thought out down to the little elements, more or less. This one, compared to the cleave ship, is like, you know, one was designed by genius, the other was designed by nobody. So
yeah, pretty much. But it's one of those things, if you were doing any ship like this, and I think Rick did this, you start with the checklist. You know, what functionally does the world of Star Trek have for a future starship? And you say, what would that be in the future? Do you go more advanced or less advanced? Is minimalism more advanced or is more tech more advanced, right? You know, or do you go back a step for nostalgia's sake, like the Titan? You know, can a Bassard be a forward-facing thing or a ring-around engine? I don't know, maybe. Can a Bassard be a line, you know, in the wingtips? I believe that's where the Bassards are. I think it's a very, very small line. That's a Bassards, right? Do you need spotlights? Do you have spotlights that can obviously come from nowhere, Stuart? There isn't a light source. That's from nowhere. Or can you have invisible, you know...
That happens all the time, though.
Yeah, well, yeah. Or can you have internal spotlights that somehow project outside onto the hull? Probably. Maybe the hull itself is just projecting a spotlight texture. Right? It's just a gradient.
Maybe it's futuristic Raytheon lighting. Raytheon lighting is where you have a light bulb underneath and you close through, so they just make a part of the hull transparent, and the light from inside lights up the registry or whatever. So
yeah, if it's the effect draft, not necessarily the actual particles of light, photons. There you go.
yeah,
I like this one. It's obviously weird, but it's trying to be right. It's trying to be,
but it's not going to win. Tell you what.
Oh,
it does win because it gets shuffled off the board. It's not being hideous. So 23 votes, 87% picked the I cleave you. I cleave you.
I cleave you. I'm thinking puppets right now.
Indeed. All right. Classic for real showed up with $5 and says Rainforest ship.
Oh yeah.
Yellow class. Discovery's got this live.
Yeah.
Discovery is like winning in all the major categories for once.
And Jay Donaldson asks, because you might have skipped PayPal yet. We do the poll up.
I am looking at it right now to see. And the last one is Spock's Glock. So no, I have not.
I think it might have been a few ago.
I am looking back.
Excellent. Worst. Yeah, always let us know, guys, if you think we've missed something out.
He said yes. I will get to that in a second. Oh, no, that's next. Oh, Rainforest ship is next. Okay. There is one from Jay Donaldson, but yes.
That's a question of silly meets silly. Which silly wins? That is the question. Bloody WebEx files. Hate them so much. What is the point of them? I'm sure there's a point to them, but what is the point?
All right. 51 of you here, 66 likes. That's great. If you haven't hit like yet, do so. I'd like to get 70 maybe. 3 more likes. Yeah.
I don't want to tiff on JPEG. Come on. Convert, damn you.
So the Rainforest ship, the holographic donut in space full of plants versus the Cleave ship. Again, I think this is actually the Rainforest ship could win this one. At least it's an interesting idea. Being a hollow ship. And of course, we know Classic Fear loves this thing, or at least he.
I think he'd pilot this if he, you know, if he's pilot. I think this is his jam, right? You know, it's your strawberry jam. It's all a jam.
Yeah.
Right? Maybe.
Sure.
Yeah. Probably. Maybe.
I
mean, is it the best ship ever? Is that fair to say?
Yes.
I always thought so. You know, I think when it came on screen for those 1.3 seconds, I was like, wow, that is going to be talked about for decades to come. And for no other reason except one man. One man. It's that trailer. One man will change history. Yes. And he is for real in his love for the ship.
Yeah.
Yes.
So go and vote.
still think cleave ship though. There's still a symbol of a good design here in theory.
Yeah, I think so too.
It would be interesting to see a 3D model for this though. How basic bitch is the, is the model inside? I don't know. Vote now to not well liked ships. Always a good start. But it is nice. It is nice to see that Discovery so well represented. Of all the different things that we bring into Star Trek, that Discovery has made its mark as some of the worst designs in Star Trek across the board. It has made its mark, Stuart.
As indeed. Let's see, with 17 votes, sorry, 18 votes, the cleave ship wins with 61%. So we'll get the Rainforest ship out of here and go to Jay Donaldson's missed PayPal, which I apologize for. So we have the Enterprise era Intrepid type.
Yep, I got that a while ago. Yeah, which is whoop bam. Actually, a big pixel for once.
Yeah, I don't like this design, but compared to the cleave ship, this is goddamn. This is a Cadillac compared to the cleave ship, which is a Ford Edsel. Yeah, at least there's design going on here with the Intrepid class. It feels cohesive with the rest of the fleet. That's the thing. The Klingon ships just, I don't know.
I think this
They
thing is
feel-
absolutely fine, right? It fits. It's logical. It's not perfect by any means. It has new nacelles that are nice to see. You know, they tried. They tried. I can't recall if it's the. I know it well. I can't recall if it's the exact NX saucer model. I mean, obviously the bridge dome is different, but it is economical, of course, to cut that in half. Then you've got to fill in the polygons and try and, finish it off. Or do a more basic version. So it might just be a fully different saucer that's very similar, of course, but not quite identical.
Yeah, I just snapped those little winglets off, though. Those don't need to be there.
The problem is then it would feel too. Given the dimension it needs, or it would probably be too flat.
We'll just put something else there.
Fair? No? Put 2 more nacelles, to be fair. Like, below the saucer, further out.
Mhm.
Don't need them, but, you could.
All right. With 19 votes, Cleave ship wins with 84%. His next one in that PayPal is the Mars Defense Pods.
Yes.
Best of both worlds.
Which there's only a low-res image of. But, it's a ship, sort of.
Wow. Ship implies there's people on it. These
Are there
imply
not?
drones.
Probably not.
Yeah, I think these are defense drones. But yeah, I mean, that's a much better design than anything on screen as well. So this is just not going anywhere. That's all I'm saying. It's fine. I don't want to move the Cleave ship earns that spot. Like so does the other Klingon one. That's why they're both still on screen.
It's left an impact on you, Stuart. For now and for always.
Yes.
It's like she'll always be your friend, that old thing. Yeah, I mean, the fact they had to build real models and within time, and I don't know how you necessarily would create shots with something this small. I assume they made one and then just did.
Are you sure this is the defense ship though?
Yeah, I think so.
I thought they were more missile-like than this. This doesn't look familiar to me.
Maybe not. I mean, what's the? Oh, a Sentry Pod. No, this is the one from the guy. Do you remember the guy who took over the Enterprise?
Oh, there's a lot of those. So I don't know.
This is true.
I think he means ones that get
I don't
Son
know.
of Sternbach that gets shot out of the sky by the Borg.
I don't know why you... See, I remember this... See, it's funny, because both shots of these ships have the exact same sequence of both being multi-phased out of the water. Hence why I'm quick firing these things as I'm trying to.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get them for you all. Yes. They're almost like, there's that ship that was sold at auction that was an old ship that was similar to this. It was in the tech manual. I guess this was inspired by, or vice versa. Kind of that big bulbous, like it's a Romulan War era design. When they had to design something for the tech manual, I was like, well, what do you design for it? I don't know. Something? Okay, we'll do something.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's see who's winning here. We got the Cleve ship winning, of course, at 84% with 19 votes. So, all right.
It's maybe a slam dunk winner.
All right. So back to super chats now.
Mm-hmm.
Jankware throws in $10. So thank you so much. I missed the first part, so not sure if we have already did the USS Vengeance. We haven't. Let's pull in the bottle opener.
Mm-hmm. It is designed. It has been designed.
As a Section 31 ship post Nemesis, I think cool. I'd be down for this. But for the era it's in and everything, it's just no. It's too big. It's too. And I kind of liked this when I first saw it, and then I looked at it with my eyes open and
Shaka with his eyes
realized-
open? No.
Yeah. His eyes uncovered.
Yes.
It's definitely better designed than anything on this, any of the Klingon ships here. So it's actually a design, which is
the problem is from like the movie intimidating angle, she's got lots of pluses.
Yeah.
And then you look at the design from any other angle, and you're like, oh god, why have you got a stubby chicken back? Secondary hull that's just nothing. Why are the pylons weird? Like all these choices just across the board are just terrible. But from one or two angles, she's intimidating.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's just
like I kind of like the nacelle design,
Mhm.
but the way the struts curve and stuff bothers me. The secondary hull is just ugh. I mean, what's with the negative space in the saucer? Explain the purpose for that. Is it just purely aesthetics? Why would you care about aesthetics on a ship like this? It's designed
secret
to
ship.
be what it is.
A secret warship, attack ship.
Because actually, you're opening yourself up to a lot of vulnerability if your shields go down, because you get hit in there with any phasers or torpedoes, multiple deck breaches. Whereas if it's a solid saucer, you might go through one or two decks, maybe three. I don't know. It's a problem.
It is a problem.
And you're going to solve it today, guys.
I don't think they are.
Well, 17 votes. The ultimate Cleve wins with 76%.
So there is still some love, and by love I mean non-love.
Yeah. Next up, we got Space Hybrid, £2. So when is Starfleet kit bashing enough? The Curie class.
As I said before, 2 isn't enough, but we'll do a quick poll.
Some people put in 5 and only asked for 1, and there's a 10 there, so it's worth looking at the Curie class. Yeah, I mean, I actually kind of like this design. The problem I have with it, as we all know, is the scaling issues. Like those are refit nacelles that should be much, much smaller than that. I do like the configuration with the center part or the secondary hull sticking out further out front. I like that. It's kind of interesting and can make sense. But yeah, the nacelles are what break it for me. But I think it's a much better design or kit bash than the Jaeger was. So, but again, same issues, scaling issues. So.
But of course, you're comparing a rotten tomato to a rotten apple.
Yes.
In terms of their logic of kit bash. So they ain't climbing high. But yeah, at least this has a semblance of, okay, there might be a reason for it. Do I know it? Maybe not. Maybe not. But is there a reason? Maybe. Maybe. Certainly, this is one of those things that you would not be behooved to take it and modify it a little bit to become a different craft. You know, not I don't mean different literature. I just mean change rather than literal pieces. Say right, one Excelsior-ish secondary hull up front. Cool. Why? Maybe it's a giant shovel bay. Cool. Maybe it's got recessed torpedo tubes. Right. But then the cells are now bigger, so the detailing's different. Right. You take the absolute framework and you say we're going to change everything about it in a nice way. You know.
But I like this design. And I gotta agree with Area 51. I don't know why they didn't just use Excelsior nacelles. I know, right? They put Excelsior nacelles on the Centaur class, which has its own kind of scaling issues because of the torpedo pod and stuff. Like, I would be fine with this Excelsior nacelles on this because then it kind of all work, you know?
See, I could see why not. Actually, for this,
I can too, but it would have.
Yeah.
I'll just shut up now.
No, because I think the stubbiness of the refit nacelles work better than the long Excelsior. Excelsior is very long nacelles. It would absolutely, like Discovery herself, stretch things unnecessarily. I think that would be a problem. This keeps all stubby and together, which actually works better, I think. And the Centaur works because it's ultra flowy and it was built to be a hero model for one episode. I mean, you'd think they'd think more one episode, but you know, one episode.
Yeah.
So I can see why. I can see some semblance of logic there, even though not ideal.
Well, let's see what you guys say. 24 votes.
Mm-hmm.
The sharp, slicey Klingon boom wins with 76%.
Oh. Boom, boom, boom.
As it should, yes. Next up.
Now, in fairness, anyone to resubmit the classic as in the Discovery Bird of Prey? Because is this now super winning? Because that might still win if brought back into play. Now, we're not here to put it in, but if anyone wants to say, well, let's put it in, let's recompare.
Or we could just end with the three ugliest ships in Star Trek lore on screen. We could just do that when we close out.
Yeah.
We're going to be closing out soon.
Yes.
Let's see. Classic for Real puts in $5 and says, don't forget the Discovery 32nd Century Stapler ship.
Oh, God, what's that called?
I don't know. The USS, the Milton class. My stapler.
I mean, it did just appear recently.
Yeah, and it looks like they up textured it. It's got extra detail on it. So.
Had them all glowy.
Yeah.
Right, I'm going to put in the giant fleet shot and you can crop in because, you know.
Yep. I'll crop, you pull.
Yes.
Oh, that's fleet shot. Cool. Oh, yeah, that's fine. Yeah. Stapler ship, where are ye? There you are. You ugly piece of shit.
It's almost as if they just had bad luck. Right?
The ship is fucking hideous. I don't know what the thought process was behind this. Like, ugh.
And there probably was one, right? Right?
Well, somebody was bored. Not bored.
Oh.
Somebody was crunched for time. They had to deliver a ship within the next 3 hours. Sitting there at the desk going, what the fuck do I do? What the fuck do I do? What the Stapler. I'm going to make a ship that looks like a mix between a stapler and a Wi-Fi router. Because it's got these fucking antenna everywhere. That's what it looks like to me. Yeah, I don't know. It's an awful fucking design. But is it worse than the Cleave ship? I mean, maybe. The Cleave ship at least looks like a barge of some kind, like a ship.
Well, okay. If you extrapolate the logic, this thing is a towing ship, and each prong is a tractive emitter.
Yep.
And
but tell us that.
And the inner bit back is like a work bay that can launch directly onto it, and the front bit is a deflector that's designed to repel things. And you know what I mean? If you start adding all these layers of like every piece is specific, then it doesn't matter the shape of the ship except the function, and the function is specific, it's fine. Is it good looking? No. Is other things good looking? Probably not. But it at least has a to B to C logic.
And yes, Gabe, this is another Discovery design, yes.
There is some semblance of winning when it comes to Discovery for ships.
This is going to dethrone the Cleave ship, though. Fucking 19 votes. Stapler ship wins with 58%. So Cleave ship's out of here. New winner, loser. The only reason the other Klingon ship is still there is because it did not get dethroned organically. All right, next up, and we're coming to the end here, guys. So, Classic for real, $2. One of these ships got a cleave here already. Yes, and he puts in $3 to top up a round up for the Curie. So thank you. Yeah, so I guess that's the end.
What have we learned today? Let's do the Dr. Phil's wrap up. I think that's what it was. His final thoughts, or was that a Dr. Phil? No, was that Jerry Springer's final thoughts, Joe. What's your final thoughts?
Be kind to yourself
Yep.
and each other.
Yep.
There you go.
And don't shun Discovery just because its signs aren't very good. Okay, so there we go. There we go. Right, so we can do a 4-way poll. We're gonna have a cluster. So now you got 1 vote. Right, this is your chance. 4 corners, Stuart. Be the announcer as I write the poll. What have we got here?
Yep. We got in the upper left corner the Discovery Stapler ship for reasons. It's 1 Federation Discovery ship versus 3 Klingon Discovery ships. The ultimate knockout dragout battle. We've got the city, I don't know what the fuck it's called, ship in the upper right there, the Klingon building ship. We've got the Cleave ship in the lower right, and in the lower left we have the Klingon, quote unquote, bird of prey.
Right. Vote now. And yeah, I'm surprised no other game ships. I was very eager to look at some Starfleet battles or command, or there were placements we could, but that's okay.
But we are closing out, so we got the final winner here. Loser. And Fish DS9 puts in $5. The Goch class cruiser from What Else Discovery. Might as well throw that in the middle just as a closeout because.
Okay.
Is that I think I know which one that is. But yeah, go vote in the poll. Let's pick. These were the losers that were managing to stay on the board for most of this live. So who wins? Discovery, or Discovery? Because we're bringing in another Discovery ship, but you can't vote on it. It's fine.
But it's not the worst out of them. So, in my
I think I agree with you. If it's one, I think it is. So
at least there's some design going on. Is it good? No.
yeah, it's a key ship. Looks like a key from like Final Fantasy or something. I like the design of the ship. I just wish it wasn't a Klingon ship. It's very fancy. But yeah. These poll results should be quite interesting. So, all right, guys. Thank you to everyone who PayPal'd and everyone that participated. We appreciate all of you. But your ultimate winner, the one that will get its hand raised as the loser, is the Discovery Season 3 Stapler with 45%.
And
closest second is the building ship with 40%.
Which is so wonderfully fascinating because these are like the extremes, right? And unfortunately, imagine if one guy designed most of these.
Hope it wasn't.
No, it wasn't. Luckily. But that's the thing. If you hire not quite the right person and give him a terrible brief, guess what?
No, the brief was, we don't want any of these ships to look like anything from Star Trek. Fucking mission accomplished. You earned your paycheck. Because that's what they would have said, because they didn't want people that knew Star Trek to be working on this show. So
I'll read and keep voting, guys. I want to know if it's going to move. More votes, guys. There's double as many of you here than the vote. So vote. We'll go in a minute. It always make me laugh how when Eagle Moss went under and Master Replica bought their stock, they were doing their thing, selling stuff, and then right at the end where they lost their Trek license to sell the old stock, they were doing like 10 Discovery ships for the price of 1.
Yeah, I know.
and also the Klingon ships. It's like, buy 10 for the price, because no one wants them, because very few people in the right mind would buy them individually. We all had to buy them to get the good stuff in between. And obviously, if I could have avoided the £400 or £500 buying them, I would probably, because Jesus Christ. Well, I guess I earn more then, so moot point. But literally, when they had to beg people to buy them, and they still exist always at conventions. I always see them on Eagle stalls, the Cleon ships, because they made so many, and so many of each of them. It'd be very interesting if, again, God mode.
Right? They probably still have a warehouse full of this shit.
So about to say, imagine you could say, in the old days, it was how many ET video game collectible cartridges are in landfill, and how many Discovery era Klingon Eagle models are in landfill. Probably more than the average.
And Gabe says they wanted it not to be Star Trek. Yeah, I mean, Brian Fuller's directive from the beginning was no cylindrical nacelles, a whole bunch of stupid directives from him. And then you get, like, I don't want, like, JJ even, and then with New Trek, just Kurtzman in general. Don't want anybody that's worked on Trek before to work on this. Or know anything about Star Trek, apparently. So, yeah. They said as much.
It was a weird time.
But we got 21 votes. We're going to close that out now. Yeah, the Stapler wins with 48%. Second place is the Building with 38%. And then the Bird of Prey at 10%. And the Cleave Ship comes in last at 5%. Wow. Well, there you go. All right. Well, thank you guys for watching. I appreciate all of you, as does Sam, I'm sure. Be sure to join us.
Can't do that, you guys. That's fundamental. Hope we provide interesting, engaging content. We like to think. Do go back and watch our Cage Bridge piece, because I think it was interesting. Go watch that. And do watch our Cage review, because again, the amount of time we can put into those editor reviews entirely is depending on what you guys watch for, because no one cares. That's a shame, but it is interesting. And I think we're providing a new perspective on it, from being the current perspective, really nailing down and looking.
So tune in on tomorrow, regular time, 4 o'clock for our 4 o'clock Eastern Standard Time for our next live. And then Wednesday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I'm doing my first reaction, quote unquote, rewatch of The Cage. So come and join me for that. And then Thursday is our edited review in the afternoon. And then at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Thursday, we do our complete live review and breakdown of The Cage. So there's a lot going on this week. Come and join us.
And it should be interesting. We have thoughts.
Oh, it will be interesting. It should not. It absolutely will be interesting. So until next time, he is Commander Cocking.
He's Captain Foley.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, guys.